tell us a little bit about the social development sector and this role specifically of HR today, right, and what you expect it to be in the future.
Right. So as you can imagine, the social sector is not particularly competitive in the marketplace for talent. For the size of problems of poverty, I don't know if you've had your eye on the stats, but as India climbed up the GDP rankings, we probably now rank number 5 or 6, right? And that number keeps changing because of just the turbulence of the pandemic, but we are there in the top 5 or 6. Our human development index puts us at rank 130 plus, right? If you were to take India's most underserved 10 states and kind of remove the law of averages, brought about by the more prosperous states, our bottom 10 states would be in the bottom 5 worldwide. That is how abject poverty in India is. And we don't realize it in our silos of relative privilege and urban opulence. The sector needs far more talent than it is able to attract today. It is a sector that does not reward very well on compensation. So you have to, as an HR professional, be really creative in terms of how do you build the brand for the sector for what it actually is. It's a very opaque sector and not really visible from the outside. A technologist, for instance, cannot readily see how their skills and capabilities might help to alleviate poverty per se. But if you kind of peel that onion a little bit, the fact today is that India need not wait for trickle-down economics to come into play and for the poor to be able to access technology, products and services that the middle class and above are able to access through a 10-year, 20-year long process of trickle-down. It could happen today, here and now. How then do you bring the IoT engineer to come and solve for hygiene in toilets and slums, or the drone engineer to come and solve for the fact that Arunachal Pradesh or a remote part of the country could actually receive medication and other essentials of life using that technology? So it's a very, very fun space to be. Actually, it's an amazing challenge to show the opportunities for intellectual contribution, for innovation in a sector that has traditionally been seen as that for activists and perhaps not mainstream to the extent that it ought to be. So talent acquisition in the development sector is a particularly challenging area. Subsequently, every other area in terms of building up intrinsic motivations, appealing to the millennial and the Gen Z to kind of approach purpose as well as material returns from a career in tandem, right? And kind of see how both can be achieved and your skills can be put for larger betterment of society. All of these are amazing HR challenges. It's a particularly fun sector for an HR professional.